Top 7 countries with the most cheating wives. Hello and welcome back to my Wonderlist, where we explore fascinating and unexpected facts from around the world. And in today's video, we'll delve into a rather curious topic: the top 7 countries with the most cheating wives. Now, before we dive in, remember that statistics can sometimes be surprising and are not representative of every individual in a country. This list is purely for informative purposes. So let's embrace the knowledge and explore the intriguing data. Countries with the most cheating wives. Have you ever considered which nations have the most promiscuous wives? Or if such a study is available? It would be unreasonable to anticipate the conclusive research that will definitively establish them for such a delicate topic. We have actually been able to address the issue thanks to some fascinating studies, though. It is undeniably much simpler to perpetrate adultery in the contemporary world today. There are more choices now for people seeking a side fling thanks to those websites online that actively promote adultery. Unfortunately, this practice is prevalent all over the globe and is not just limited to certain individuals or nations. Number 7. Germany. Few would have predicted that married Germans are more passionate than French people, which is another unexpected classification. They simply keep their sexual indiscretions subdued and more covert, with 60% of respondents believing infidelity to be ethically permissible. They came in second place to the French. When it comes to these issues, they also have the most equitable community. The most promiscuous women in the European Union, 43% of women, and 40% of males, both admitted to having affairs. You understand why there will likely be long lines of young males at German consulates worldwide. Number 6. Italy. It's not surprising to learn that a country belongs to the top class of cheaters when its former leader was known for hosting bunga bunga parties and was found guilty of paying for sex with a minor sex worker. Italian women are renowned for being extremely impassioned and experts at wooing. This is supported by research that reveals that nearly half of Italian women have had extramarital relationships. In Italy, infidelity by married women is no longer considered a crime. In order to preserve their reputation, women can now fib about having an affair. Also, Casanova, the face of adultery, was born in Venice. Italians continue to have this image today. As he observed, dishonor only arises in reality when the infidelity is made public, Casanova wrote to an empress. But that was in the 18th century before divorce attorneys were developed. Nowadays, much more than just dishonor hits the dust. The Italian divorce rate is among the lowest in the world. Perhaps this is because Italians are so skilled at concealing their extramarital affairs. Number 5. Norway. It's not shocking to see Norway on the list because the Scandinavian nations are arguably the most liberal in the entire globe, with a live and let live mentality. Victoria Milan discovered that during a heat wave, the number of new entries on their deception website rose by 78%. It seems like the breeding season is brief where you reside in the land of the midnight sun. The lengthy, frigid, and desolate winters may make it difficult to go outside. According to a blogger going by the name A Canadian in Norway. Norway may have a lower than average incidence of infidelity because the country is tiny and everyone knows each other's business. It's fortunate that you're likely to discover that the neighbor with whom you're having a romance is related by blood. Number 4. Spain. It may surprise some that Spain does not appear higher on the list given its reputation for having an ardent and fiery disposition. Despite the attractiveness of Spanish women, Spain is ranked 5th from the bottom because of its large devout population. They follow customs that forbid adulterous relationships. As Catholics in large numbers, Spaniards naturally disapprove of adultery. However, one can infer from the high divorce-to-marriage percentage of those over 60 that people are terminating relationships before beginning new ones. Extramarital relationships continue to be somewhat taboo in Spain, despite the fact that the Catholic Church's power is diminishing in the nation. Number 3. France. In France, 16.3% of women will perpetrate infidelity. Men are more probable, 22%. According to a Huffington Post story, 93% of the populace in France commits adultery, making it a legal offense. When it comes to issues of the heart, the Gallic people have always been regarded as being reasonably tolerant. The phrase, l'heure bleue, actually alludes to the hour following work when males would visit their mistress. Only 28% of adulterers in France admitted to regretting their affairs, making it the only nation where the majority of people hold adultery to be ethically permissible. Instead of falling, President Hollande's survey numbers increased when he was accused of scurrying off on a scooter in the middle of the night to see his lover. Number 2. Denmark. The Nordic region consistently ranks highly in surveys that measure its residents' contentment. But it also appears that they do well when it comes to adultery. However, it appears that the inhabitants of the city's center, Copenhagen, may be contributing to an increase in the typical rate. In Copenhagen, more than 1/3 of residents have cheated on their spouses. Despite this, nearly half of married people confess to having affairs. The Danish city of Copenhagen is referred to as a social and erotic arena. Sex parlors are located directly next to respectable family lodgings in Denmark. In this country of Northern Europe, Victoria Milan flourishes. The number of women using the service has increased. Number 1. Thailand. Thailand has the unfortunate honor of being the world's most unfaithful nation. There are many ways to cheat in Thailand, including the customary Mia Noi, minor wife. The informal kit culture, in which both men and women have pals they hang out with in addition to their spouses, is also popular with the younger population. Not all of these connections are romantic. In this Southeast Asian country, the sex business is a significant economic segment. A rising sex-for-sale society that targets males in massage parlors, clubs, and brothels has also emerged. All types of fetishes are catered to by sex workers in Patpong. Bangkok's Patpong neighborhood is one of the most well-known red light areas in the globe. All of these could have encouraged Thai men and women to engage in sexual behavior without boundaries. Thai males commit less adultery than Thai women do. In the long term, adultery always leads to sorrow. There is always at least one. Conclusion. Infidelity or cheating has recently emerged as a major issue in partnerships. Statistics show that at least one infidelity event occurs in about 40% of unmarried partnerships and 25% of marriages. Globally, it appears that the number of affairs involving women is growing. Many specialists concur that adultery or cheating is one of the primary causes of strained relationships and union dissolution. Globally, some nations practice it more than others. And there you have it, the top 7 countries with the most cheating wives. Remember, every society has its unique complexities. And understanding them allows us to appreciate the rich diversity of our world. If you found this video fascinating, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Subscribe to my Wonder List for more captivating content from around the globe. Until next time, embrace the wonders of our world and keep exploring. It is important to approach sensitive topics like infidelity with respect and empathy. The video should aim to educate and inform rather than promote negative stereotypes or judgment. Remember to use statistics and information responsibly. And be mindful of the potential impact on viewers.